Hello everyone, and welcome to this series on automating your production process. In this video, we'll be looking at how to create production model in SAP Business ByDesign. Let's switch over to the system to see how this is done. So now I'll log into the system. Alright, so to create a new production model, navigate to the Planning and Production Master Data Work Center and click on the production models. In previous videos, we have looked at how to create bill of materials and bill of operations. Now we need to link them together through the production model. To create it, click new, and then the first thing we do is to select our product ID. To find out how to create a product, please refer to our video on product creation, and then we can see the production model ID, which is automatically generated as well as the production model description. You can also see our planning area, and then we'll put in our minimum and maximum lot size. Minimum is the lowest amount that can be produced, and the maximum is the highest amount that can be produced. So we'll also put in our maximum amount that can be produced. And then next, we select our bill of material for this product as well as our bill of operation. Now, because we have a single variant of the BOM on the system, that's why the system automatically selected it. In a case where we have multiple variants, we need to select from the list of BOM available. And then from our bill of operation, we also need to put in the ID. So I'm just going to select the one we created in our previous video. To find out how to create a bill of operation, please refer to our previous video. And then we can check this box if you want to apply to a production. Please note that this would have been done on the bill of operation screen. And then we can also put in the scrap percentage if it's applicable to our production model. Once you're done, you click next, and then we can check our consistency to ensure that it is consistent. We can also see different options. So we have finish for planning, and we have finish for planning and execution. Finish means that we have created it. Once we finish for planning, it means that we have activated it for planning. However, we can't use it for actual production confirmation. And then when we click for finish, when we click finish for planning and execution, at this point we can use it to carry out production activities. So I'm just going to finish for planning, and then once we're done, you edit the newly created production model so that we can assign our BOM materials to the different operations in the BOO. So to do that, click edit newly created production model. Okay, so like I said, similar to what we saw on our bill of operations screen, you have the option to disallow production order release for when the feasibility status is either yellow or red. Yellow meaning that the quantities that you have is not enough to fulfill the other quantity, while red means that you don't even have a quantity at all. So I'm just going to select red, meaning that if it's yellow, you should still allow it to be released. And then if you go to our bill of operations tab, this is where we see what has been defined in our bill of operation. You can see BO details, similar to what we have seen before. You can see the BO structure, but our main focus here is the product assignments, where we assign the different raw materials in our BOM to the different produce activity in our BOO. So we'll start from the first one. So here you can see the BOM. You can see the BOM materials. Now you'll notice that the option that we have here is to assign line item groups activity. So like I said in the bill of material video, in a case where all the raw materials are used in the same produce activity, you can put them in the same group. But where they are used in different activities, it's best to create them in different groups so that you can assign them individually. So in this case, we have two different groups, and these items are used in different produce activity. So for the first one, I'm going to assign the line item group to it, and the confirmation method is backflush. To find out more about confirmation methods, please reach out to SAP's website help portal. So once I click this, now you can see that this has been assigned. You can see resting, and then we can see that it has been assigned to the produce activity with the confirmation method backflush. Now for the second activity, we're just going to assign the second line item group. So this is it, and we'll assign it to, and also confirm with this confirmation method backflush. Now we can see that for both activities, the assignment tab has been checked to say that it has been assigned to a produce activity. Now once this is done, we can now check consistency. to ensure that it is consistent and we can release it. If it's not consistent, we won't be able to use it in production. So at this point, I'm going to release it for planning and execution. Note that once it has been released for planning and execution, you can no longer undo the process. And then for every change that is made to your production model, you need to release it for both planning and execution. So now that I've done this, it is released. If you notice, this is now grayed out. You can no longer release for just planning, but for planning and execution. So once this is done, you do the source determination. In a case where you have multiple production models and you want to be able to prioritize them, in that case, you go to the planning and production master data and then click on source determination. So in this case, I'm just going to filter by our products, so that because we have a very long list in the system. Okay, so we can see that for this we have just one production model. In the case where we had several, we'll be able to assign the different priority, where one is the highest priority and takes precedence over the rest. So I'm just going to assign one to this, and then as I create other ones, I can assign them as well. Thank you very much for your time. To find out more, please visit our website at www.digitankng.com or send us an email at engaged@digitankng.com. Think ERP, think Digitank.